Now to breaking news out of the weaponized and politicized FBI of Joe Biden. A brand new report from FoxNews.com revealing that the Bureau's targeting of Catholics was far worse than the FBI Director Wray would have you believe. As a part of its federal fishing expedition into so-called traditional Catholics, the FBI apparently interrogated at least one priest and a choir director. With the latest on this, he is the chairman of the very important House Judiciary Committee. Jim Jordan is with us. Okay, choir director, really?
Yeah.
So how bad did this get?
Well, first they told us it was just one field office, the Richmond field office. Then we learned that, oh, no, it was bigger than that. It was multiple field offices involved in this attack on pro-life Catholics. And now we learn, as you pointed out, Sean, that the FBI was talking to a priest and a choir director. Now, again, remember the larger context. This is the same FBI that spied on President Trump's campaign. This is the same FBI that censored Americans. This is the same FBI on this particular issue that went to Mark Houck's home, a pro-life Catholic, arrested him in his home in front of his wife and 7 children. When that case goes to court, Mark Houck wins, that's how ridiculous this all is. So that's what our report spells out.
Well, Congressman, let me ask you.
The FBI wasn't being square with us.
So you subpoenaed documents that you subpoenaed show there was no legitimate basis for the memorandum to insert federal law enforcement into Catholic houses of worship. Then why did they do that?
This whole mind. Remember when Joe Biden stood in front of Independence Hall and talked about how one half of the country is fascist? And it's this whole mindset. If you're pro-life, if you're a traditional Catholic, somehow you're radical. Somehow you're an extremist. Remember, this is part of the Justice Department that said if you're a mom and dad going to a school board meeting, you're an extremist as well. So this is the mindset. This is what's so scary. And this is why we don't want to give them more money for a new headquarters and why we've formed this committee to look at all the things they have done in this area and, of course, in the censorship area.
Can I ask you, in light of what happened in the summer of 2020, 574 riots, dozens of dead Americans, thousands of injured cops, hit with bricks, rocks, bottles, Molotov cocktails, billions in property damage. There was no committee set up for those riots, Congressman, and yet we're using limited resources of the FBI for this? That's what they're investigating. Why didn't they use the videotape of all those people involved in the riots in the summer of 2020 and have a committee like the January 6th committee?
Right, because we've been consistent. You've been consistent. We've condemned violence every time it's happened. We said it was wrong in the summer of 2020, and those who committed violence on January 6th, we said that was wrong. But here's this FBI. I use the example again of Mark Houck. Praying in front of an abortion clinic, they decide to go into his home. He was willing to turn himself in. His counsel said so. And they go into his home, arrest him in front of his wife and children. That is not how you're supposed to operate in this great country. Again, it's why we're doing the work we're doing and making sure we get the facts out there and beginning to change its behavior.
Can you tell me why and how this is happening? When you think of the FBI's involvement in terms of in the lead up to the election in 2020, and the FBI was meeting months before with all of the big tech corporations, warning them they may be victims of a disinformation campaign about Joe and Hunter Biden. And lo and behold, by the way, they knew Rudy Giuliani had a copy of Hunter's laptop. They knew that story was going to break. Then when Facebook and Twitter asked for confirmation, is this real or not, they would not answer. When in fact they knew it was absolutely real. Why do you think they did that? And why is not anybody being held accountable? Why is the FBI now for 2 presidential cycles in a row, in the case of James Comey, protecting Hillary and emails, et cetera, why is the FBI getting involved in our elections?
I think the reason they did that particular case is because it involved Joe Biden's son. It's the same reason we have a 5-year investigation into Hunter Biden, and they had to go to a special counsel after 5 years of investigating. I actually think that whole case, I think they'd have got away with it. I think it had all been cleared through, but for 2 brave whistleblowers, who, by the way, are going to give more information to the Ways and Means Committee tomorrow. But for Shapley and Ziegler, I think they get away. And for that judge in Delaware, I think the reason they did it all was because it was about the Bidens. That's the whole point here. So that that is why I think they did it. And it was worse yet, Sean. The U.S. attorney in Pittsburgh, who was supposed to be the clearinghouse for all information in 2020 relative to Hunter Biden and Ukraine. When we deposed Mr. Brady, he told us that I asked him, I said, when did you find out about the laptop? And you think that's pretty important information? They'd have told the U.S. attorney, who was supposed to be the guy in our government who filters that information, clears it. I asked him, when did you learn about the laptop? He said, when the story went public.
Did the FBI in 2016 protect Hillary Clinton? Are they applying a different standard in terms of classified information now to Donald Trump? Number one. And in 2020, when they were talking to big tech companies, did they censor information they knew was true? Did they actively work to do that? We have 20 seconds.
Well, they kept it from Scott Brady, so I sure think they did. And, of course, in 2020, it was worse than what you described because they spied on President Trump's campaign, for goodness sake.
Unbelievable. This has to be fixed if we're going to ever have equal justice under the law. Jim Jordan, thank you, sir. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.